Right. Officially, good morning, everyone. We've been here waiting 5 minutes for people to join us. Um, but those who are here, you're most welcome. This session is called How to Attract New Club Members. Now, as I said in my invitation to you, there's no magic bullet, there's no magic rules how to attract members. But what I'm going to offer you today are some ideas about attracting new members. And that could be ideas which you can use, ideas you may have heard about, ideas you may have never come across. And it might start thinking, get your mind working, hopefully. So this session is about me doing the presenting. You've been muted. I will take questions at the end, but let's run through what I have to offer you. Listen to me. But can I ask you one more thing? I am going to run through around 50 ideas for you. I'll be going through them quite fast. Ideas which I've over the years picked up, ideas which when I sat down to write about it, that came to my head and I put them down. I will ask you towards the end, and if you've got a pen and paper, please make a note what you think is the best idea you picked up this morning, okay? Because I don't want you falling asleep. I want you to listen. I want you to make a note. The best idea you picked up this morning. So grab a pen, grab a paper, and do write it down, or scribble on your phone or whatever you do. So at the end, I'd like to hear from you what you think is your best idea, which you heard about. Okay, is that fine? Absolutely, good. I hope you're nodding because I can't see you anymore than you can see me. So today's presentation is part of this global membership approach objectives. You may have come across it, I've talked about it. It's a 3-part program introduced in our district last year and which has been implemented throughout Europe and other constitution areas as of this year. It's a 3-part program. Number 1, 2, and 3. You can see on your screen. Now, number 3 at the bottom is remotivate members with fellowship and exciting services. We ran a webinar 2 months ago on how to motivate members. That was part 1. Today, we are on the second part, which is revitalize clubs with new members. Hopefully, by the end of today, you will have picked up some ideas so you can go back and revitalize your clubs, your zone clubs, and clubs in the district so we can get new members. Because the objective at all stages, if you see where the arrow is headed, is towards growing membership across our district. And the third part, which is number 1, is rejuvenate our district with new clubs. Now, I won't talk about new clubs today, but some of the ideas which are going to come up today in item number 2, which is revitalizing clubs with new members, are obviously applied to when you start building up a new club. So bear that in mind. We will, at some stage, run a separate session on starting new clubs. At the moment, I'm working with the zone chairman on that part, but we will involve you soon. So let's jump in. We are now at second part, which is revitalizing clubs with new members. So how and where are we going to get new members? How are we going to attract them? So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, you are here as the members of your club. What does your club have a goal of increasing members? So how many new members would you like to have in your club this year? How many new members? What is the net growth you would like to have in your club this year? At this point, we're going to run a poll. You know how the poll works. It's on the screen. You have a choice. I hope you can all see that. Okay, we are seeing some responses coming in. Boston. That's very encouraging. I'm sure our district governors are going to be extremely pleased to see that. Okay, shall we give, how many people responded to that? Only 12 of 23, 73% participation. Come on, let's get the other 5 if you can, click your buttons and do something. So 53%, more than half of you think your club is going to have 3 new members this year. About 37% claim you will have at least 2 new members, and 16% believe you'll have at least 1 new net growth member this year. That's very good. Excellent. Very pleased to hear that none of you here are prepared to stick with the status quo, i.e. no increase at all. Yeah, okay, thank you. Let's end the poll there. So carrying on then. Can you see the results there, everybody?
Can't see.
50%. Sorry, can you see the results? 50% of you believe we can have 3 new members. 35% believe we can have 2 new members in your club, and 15% have 1. And nobody thinks they will not grow this year. Excellent. Let's go ahead. Sorry. Can I switch it off, Satnam?
Yep, it's off. It should be off.
Is it? Okay. So point here I'm trying to make here, and if I get rid of the screen, is that we need to have in each club a clear goal and a strategic plan. And hopefully your club, you will take back to your club and encourage them to stick to your plan to grow by at least 1, 2, or 3 members. Yeah. So how are you going to do that? Oh, can we mute ourselves, please, all of you?
I did mute Eric, but he unmutes himself.
Okay, please try not unmute yourself, Eric. Right, carry on. Why have we failed to attract new members? A lot of reasons, as you can see, and you have come across them, and I have come across them. Some clubs will say we do not need new members. We have managed well so far, enjoy fellowship and the friendship we have built up over all these years. We're happy. Now, if you got 40 plus members, fine, I'm not bothered. But if you only got 6, 7 members who attend meetings, is that a valid reason? Personally, I don't think so. And then the reason I come up across all the time, we are not in the numbers game. Because we serve a local community, and that is what counts, and not the number of members. Is that a valid reason, I ask you all? I don't think so. Yes, we're not in the numbers game, but you know what? More hands in your club, more members means we can do more service. If you have 7 members, yes, we're doing enough work, but if you had 14 members, we could double them up. Yeah, point made. Number 3, we have tried everything, but nothing works. That's a bit negative. They say we've done leaflet drops, we've done promotion events. In fact, everything under the sun has been tried, but our club simply cannot get new members. Does it apply to your club? All right, if it does, I accept. We have tried, maybe we have not tried everything under the sun. There might be something under the sun you're going to come up with today. So hopefully you'll pick up those ideas today and implement them. So there's a lot to be done. And the final one is the one which I have a lot of sympathy with. Sympathy because members claim that they're an aging membership and they don't have the energy to look for new members. Now, if every club starts thinking like that, then that means we are at the end of the road. Lionism, as it is in this country, is going to die. And surely we don't want that. We don't want to end up where we think that one day we can wind up the club. So what's the point of getting new members? I would say to you, at whatever stage you are in terms of your club's existence, whether you're a 10-year-old club, you're a 55-year-old club, 50-year-old club, you still need new members. Always. New blood at every stage. So let's look at those ideas. Let's see how we're going to get those new members, right? As I said, I'm going to throw a lot of ideas. We could run through them at a pretty fast pace. Make a note if you like, and then we'll see what you think is the best idea. Here goes. Click the right button screen and we're going forward. So some simple ideas to begin with. Number one, just ask. Just ask. Unless you ask people to join your club, you're not going to get them to join your club, are you? So number one, just ask. And I'll mention something about this later on towards the end, because we have a resource for that as well. Invite a guest to a meeting. You have your regular meetings. Every member of your club, and particularly those of you who are here with me today, hopefully at the next meeting, you will invite, with the permission of your president, a guest to your meeting. Why do you do that? At least then they will hear about your club. Ask your president to organize a bring a friend meeting. A club. President can say, or the leadership of the club should say, look, let's organize a special meeting where you host a friend of yours to a meeting, bring them to the meeting, not just one member, let everybody bring a member to a guest to your meeting. Invite members' families to events. I'm sure all clubs do, but extend that to the extended families. Bring them and let them hear of what you're doing. By doing that, you introduce more people to Lionism, you will be able to attract new members. Have a special guest day. If you don't want to invite them to your club meetings, organize a special meeting. Our club is going to run a guest day. Would you like to come to a meeting? A guest day is special. So another slant on the same idea. How about this? If there is a prospective member, please repeatedly ask them to come to your meetings. Don't expect them to sign up after the first meeting. Say, come back again, next meeting, and a third meeting. Let them come repeatedly to your meetings. Until you are persistently inviting them, you haven't done anything to attract them yet. So keep working on them, repeatedly inviting them. How about contacting and inviting members who have left the club? Members come, members leave. They leave for various reasons. Maybe the circumstances were such that they could not cope with the pressure of work. They left the club. Go back to them. Go back and invite them back. Every club should have a membership chairperson. Ask your president to put an agenda item, give at least 2 minutes to your club chairman to speak about membership. So that is another one of those simple ideas, which if applied consistently, will bring you new members. Has anybody got a guest information pack? It's very well inviting guests to your meetings. Hand them an information pack about your club. Take a folder, put some sheets of paper in it, get some paper in it, say, this is what we have done, this is what we can do as Lions around the world, this is what Lion is all about. Create a pack so they can take back with them to look at it. You know, when you go to seminars or meetings, they always have these fancy meetings, the meetings I've been to anyway, they'll have these fancy packs to give you, to take back with you. You read them at your leisure, and you know that's the way you promote interest in your club. So that's the way you attract new members. And this is important because most people are excited about the service work which can be done. After all, that is what they want to do. They want to serve people. So tell them what service activities you're done and what you are planning to do and how they can involve them. Pull them in that way. That's the pull, the attraction. You need to provide some attraction, and that is one attraction about the service activities. How about that? Simple thing, but do you make prospective members feel important? Do you make them feel how welcome you make them, how much you need them, how important they are to your club? That's about attracting membership. And have you tried this one? Maybe in your club meetings, you should run a session on coaching your own members to create a welcoming experience. It's good to have all these simple ideas to invite people to your meetings, but when people come to your club meetings, do you make them welcome? And not just you, not just the membership chairman, not just the president, not just the secretary, but have all the members made a prospective member feel welcome, introduce themselves, talk to them. After all, we want them to join our club, don't we? We don't want them to feel, after we've done all this to bring them in, to feel where we don't want them, or we didn't talk to them, we didn't make them welcome. So simple ideas to begin with. I hope some of these will resonate with you and we use them. Like I said, at the end of the day, please tell me what you thought was the best idea from you. Right. So let's now go on to how we can start promoting your club to attract these new members. Okay. So my next heading is promote your club. Along an older, I don't mind listing this, advertise where you can. There are not many local newspapers left after all at the moment, but if there was one, it costs money. Advertise it, let people know that you meet on such and such date and you welcome new members. Leaflets in GP surgeries is an example. You can put leaflets anywhere where people get together. Could be GP surgeries, could be dentist surgeries, could be pharmacies, could be schools, could be community halls, wherever, or leaflet drops in people's homes. Have you written your local businesses? I mean, in your, wherever you are, there are people who run businesses around that area, in that community. Write to them. So we are a local Lions Club set up to serve the local community. Would you be interested in attending our meetings? Let the people know that you have a club serving the community. Write to them. Another, which is commonly done, but find out if there are any local fairs happening, local events happening. Put up a stall there to tell them about your Lions Club. Posters in local business windows. Have you got a poster saying your Lions Club has done so much work with the community and is always looking for members? Put up a poster. How's that? Honor local outstanding members of your community with awards. We give awards to our members. It's an old standing tradition. But how about recognizing members outside the club? That way they will hear about what you're doing and they might even want to come to your club. One of the things which clubs have done, those who can afford it, is to give Melvin Jones Awards to people in the community. The Melvin Jones Award, which is $1,000, is not just restricted to club members. Give it to local community, outstanding community members. That way you are promoting Lionism, your club, and hopefully attract new members. Well-known local speakers, invite them to your meetings. An old idea, make sure the media cover it. Make sure it's in the media. Now, media, of course, is now a wide term, not just the newspaper, not just the television, social media, big thing. And I'll cover that as well separately. So how about going and speak to other community organizations? In your community, there are local organizations, maybe a diabetes group. Go and speak to them about Lions and show them what Lions are doing in the field of diabetes awareness. And you can work with them. One or two of them might even want to come and join your club. And you fill your quota for the year. Wear your Lions pin at all times. Now, people joke about this one. Whenever I brought that up, do you wear that in the bedroom in your pajamas as well? And what answer do you think I give? My answer is very simple. Of course you do. But seriously, wear your pin at all times, because that will raise a question in people's mind, they'll ask you, what does that stand for? There is your opportunity to talk about Lions Clubs International, the international organization which serves communities around the world. And unless you promote yourself, you're not going to get support. How about putting up a sign where you meet? I have not seen one of those for years. And my club used to do that, but then we moved places. Meeting venues change, the signs move. But if you're meeting at a regular place, a hotel, a pub or something, speak to the owners and say, can we put up a sign here? I'll tell you, in most cases, there'll be no objection. And there are standard signs available from Lions Clubs International which says Lions Clubs meet here. Think about it. All those ideas, simple ideas. Let's talk of really going big now. As I said, I'm going to run through lots of ideas. Host an open evening. Hire a hall, a big venue, advertise everywhere, send out invitations. It's open evening. Let them come in. Turn it into a wine and cheese reception for prospective members if you want to, where you identified people who've been attending your club meetings regularly. Then you organize a wine and cheese evening for them. Another angle to get people interested in your club. How about this one? Give your members a business card to give out to people. I am proud to belong to Lions Clubs International and to my local Lions Club. And these are my details. So they give out business cards, give out a Lions Club card as well. They look at your business card, they look at your Lions card and say, what's this all about? Talk to them about your Lions Club. Talk to them about what Lions Club International does internationally. A business card business cards are going out of fashion, no doubt about it. But why don't you create special cards, get them printed locally with printers and give them to your members so they can give them out to other people. An idea to attract new members? Ooh, I said go big, didn't I? TikTok, shorts on YouTube, get your members with their mobile phones and start talking about how much fun they have as members of the Lions Club, how much they enjoy serving the community. Create a promotional video. It doesn't need to be fancy, does it? Put that out. Put that on your website. Put that on Facebook. Put that out on YouTube, your TikTok, a promotional video. I'm talking of going big now. I'm talking of doing something different, something very big. And it can be done. These are ideas. Like I said, I'm throwing ideas at you, and there'll be around 50 ideas for you. This is just one of them. And if your club has the funds, why don't you sponsor a local event? Clubs, districts, communities run small marathons, they run events for children, they run sports events. Think of sponsoring one. Lions Club sponsored this event. Sponsorship, businesses sponsor events. Why do they do that? To attract business. Lions Club can do that. Why not? If you're looking for members, that's what sponsorship is all about. Organize an event. If nobody else is organizing one, host an event for local businesses to deal with local issues. Hosted by the Lions Club of, your club, to discuss or look at energy saving costs in businesses or how businesses can survive this recession. An event which you host, you sponsor, and get people interested. That's the name of the game. The name of the game is to get out, let people know of what is happening and how you can bring those people, get those same people, ordinary people doing ordinary things, get involved in your Lions Club. Ooh, now we're getting big. Organize a big charity event, like a run, a walk, or a cycling event in your local community. That will get your name about. That'll bring people asking how they can join you. And then widen the scope. You can have different age meetings or events for different age group peoples. Newly retired people are looking for things to do. Organize an event for them. Invite them to come to a meeting, an event rather, not a meeting, an event, a gathering, where you talk about their interests first and then mention Lions Club as well, and show them how they can get involved in doing what you're doing and how they can serve the community and get the satisfaction of doing something for others. I talked about big events which cost money. If you want to, you can do it on the cheap. Organize a low commitment, a meet and greet event at a local coffee shop. I am sure that the local coffee shop owner will be happy to give you a discounted coffee so that people actually come to the coffee shop and make it look busy. Have you tried that? Get people coming to you. Then you can talk to them about your club. We can't just sit back and expect people to say, I want to come and join your club. It doesn't happen anymore. There's so much pressure on people. There's so much demand on their time. But if you start bringing them in, then they might even consider joining. So these are some big ideas to develop. Like I said, ideas I'm giving you, you need to implement them, you need to do them, then let's see what happens. Okay? How about some other ideas? Some other ideas. If your members think they just belong to your local Lions Club, which is fine, but get them involved in attending district training events. Because if they attend district training events, for example, the one they're attending today, they'll pick up ideas to attract members, to serve members, to make the clubs more efficient, to have a quality membership, a quality club. All that comes about from district training events. That's another idea. Unless you do this, unless you get your current members motivated, how will they go out and attract new members? So put that on your list as well. Has anybody thought of this one? Local businesses, this will work very nice in a small town club, where you go to local business and say, look, how about sponsoring a member to our club? One of your staff, one of your team, one of your employees, make them a member of your club. And you pay their dues, you sponsor them. That gets rid of that dues issue. And they can be sponsored members. After all, the political parties do that, don't they? They have members sponsored by the trade unions and all those people. So let's go for sponsored membership. If money is the issue. How about a reward program in your club for those who bring new members? Yeah. If somebody in your club is making the effort, surely we need to recognize them and create a reward program. Let everybody work towards that goal of bringing new members. Let's recognize their efforts. Simple. People like to be appreciated for what they're doing. How about that? When you get people coming to you, the prospective members coming to your club, you say, look, come and join us on a trial basis for 3 months. We'll pay your club dues. We won't charge you anything. Just come and attend. See how it goes. Yes. Once they've been attending 3 meetings, hopefully at the end of the 3 months, they'll say, yes, I enjoyed my experience, because you'll have made sure they enjoyed the experience. You have made them welcome. They want to join. But people are frightened of making a commitment, frightened of making a time commitment, frightened of making a financial commitment. Give them a trial. Everybody does that. Membership to publications, newspapers do that. All sorts of people offer free trials. Why don't Lions offer free trials? Ethnic groups not represented in your club. We are a diverse community in this country. We should have a diverse membership in our clubs. So look around to grow your membership by bringing in members of other ethnic communities. Yes, I see there are clubs with one community, and I say appeal to them as well. Get members of the other communities into your club. Why not? You know, work on them, bring them in. Another simple point which just gets overlooked sometimes, try and find a good location for meeting. You know, that makes people feel good about the environment where they attend. Make it good, make it a good place where you would like to go to, and make sure that it's good generally. Yeah. How about this one? When you induct new members, yes, you invite the district governor and you invite the top people to do it. But excellent. That's what makes them feel important. But add a bit of razzmatazz to it. Invite their spouse, the partner to the meeting. It's a special meeting. Make it special for them that they're joining a Lions Club, and make them feel important because the district governor has come, the vice district governor has come to do the induction, the zone chairman is doing the induction. But you are important to us. That's why we're organizing this special event for you, to make you remember the day you joined our Lions Club. Add a bit of razzmatazz. Simple, very simple. Do it. You may have come across elevator speech in business lore. You know, you have literally 30 seconds to a minute to tell people in an elevator between 2 floors to tell people about your business. How about that for Lions? A short, punchy speech about why you are a member of a Lions Club, what the benefits are, and what the purpose is. A small elevator speech so that you, every member of your club who's interested in recruiting new members, can offer that to prospective members. Yeah, I'll come to that as well later. An alternate meeting time to attract people with different schedules. Now, things have changed. COVID has changed people's perspective on life. People are working from home. If your club meets at a regular time, nothing wrong with that. It's a good idea. But if you want to attract a different type of member, alter your meeting times. I was given this example to somebody who's trying to organize a new club. You know, some people are sitting at home in the morning, young new mothers or young mothers who drop their children at school, they come home, and then after doing a bit of chores, want to sit up and have a coffee. Maybe at 11 o'clock, you could have a meeting with them on Zoom and induct those people into a new club, or make them a branch of your club, which meets at 11 o'clock on Zoom during a weekday, because they can't come to your meetings in the evening. They've got to feed the children. They've got to look after the kids, put them to bed and all that. That's why we don't get younger mothers or fathers coming to club meetings. How about organizing events which appeal to their time? Here's another simple thing like the business card. Create an email template which you pass to your club members. They send it out to anybody they know they would like to invite. Make it easy for your members to invite other people. Create a template, give it to them. They copy and paste that into their mail program and send out emails. I know it's called spamming, but you're not if you're writing to your friends. and say, look, we are having a meeting next week at this such and such time. Would you like to come? And this is what we do. Have a template ready-made for members. Okay, just another one of those ideas. Alternative timings. How about alternative meetings? Start having meetings on Zoom. Alternate meetings. Every second or third meeting, instead of meeting face to face, have a meeting on Zoom. It's just making things easier for people who have other commitments, who can't come to your every meeting in person. Give them an option. So these are just other ideas aimed at attracting new members, as simple as that. So we run through a lot of them, and some of them obviously will resonate with you. There's some practical ideas, some things you can do with them. And of course, it's all about promoting your club and everything. And then there is the social media. We have a separate session on social media coming up, but let's look at how social media can be used to promote your attracting members. Definitely have a club website. That's where all businesses have a website. There are simple ways of doing a website. And if you need any help, let us know. We'll put you in touch with the people. A standard template is available. Create a website for your club. Have that. On the website, have a section which says, come and join us. You know, a simple form where they put their name and the email and let you know that they're interested. It's your shop window after all, where people haven't heard, you know, are looking around in local community will come up against this. Start posting on Facebook about what you're doing, that you're looking for, and then add always at the end, we're looking for new members, come and join us, get in touch, and this is how you get in touch with us. On Facebook, have a content marketing strategy. Start asking your members to promote what you do. Have a regular post on those in Facebook, so that people who are on Facebook, and this only obviously attract those kind of people, and there are plenty of them, by the way, will hear about your club and what you're doing. So encourage your members to share on social media. If they don't know how to use it, attend Lion Cav's social media marketing session coming up and find out how they can actually get involved in social media. As I said, district training events are there to help you do all these things. If you're challenged with any of these things, we will help you do them. And social media is all about emotional storytelling. How you make people feel that they want to be part of your club, they want to be part of the service community. And we've talked on media generally. Social media is just one aspect of it. But I have run through now, in this time of about 40 minutes, a good 50 ideas. I hope that gave you some food for thought. Briefly, I'm going to run through some resources which are available from our district, our multiple district. Because some of the ideas which I've put across to you will need some help in terms of putting your name across. So let's look at just two examples. Here on the screen, you see a poster, two posters. The one on left is in fact being printed and published by the district. It's an A1 size poster. And there's another one, and any club can buy this from the district. Cost simply £10. For £10, you get two posters. If you want a poster like this, contact your zone chairman or the district membership coordinator. But your zone chairman should be first point of contact. They will get together the orders they need from each club, and then we will get them printed for you and they will be made available. On the right is another poster device. These posters, by the way, are devised by Mick Claxton from the Tring Lions Club, who's also a member of the GMT team. This is the club, is a poster they use in Tring, leaflet they use in the Tring Lions Club. Do you have some free time? Simple. What do we do? Are you that person? Focused leaflet. If you want examples of that, ask your zone chairman. They have copies of these. They can send you these templates. You create them, get them printed in your club, give them to your club members. I hope you use them. And there are other resources I'll mention shortly, but I want to bring this up to you because these are now going to go into print. And if your club wants them, please let your zone chairs know straight away, because we need to get a print order going. The more we print, the cheaper it becomes for the district. And when I say £10, the £10 basically covers the printing cost and the delivery costs. But if you can get some more printed at the same time, it helps everyone. So think about it. Something new coming up you will hear about is a membership passport. So membership passport is, I'm going to show you on the screen. It's not a very good representation, but then I'll show you where you can, it's actually available on the district website. And this is what it is. It's an A4 folded in half, A5 size, which you give out to new members. It's a passport basically to all your members if you want to, where they are encouraged to do certain things to keep them involved in their club, to get to know a history of their club, so that once you bring in this new member, you attract a new member, you give them this passport to make them, embed them into your membership, into Lions Club International. Simple question there. At the end of the day, they fill it, sign it, and send it to the district governor, and the district governor will happily sign it for them. A passport about Lionism, a brilliant new idea, which is available now. It's on the district website and the members area. Download it. It's in the PDF form. Get it printed. It's an A4 two-sided printed thing. That's the cover on the left-hand side, and inside is this. As I said, not very clear here on my screen, but if you want to see the proper version, it's there. Where is it? It's on the district website. In fact, I'm now going to show you some other resources available. So I have actually given you the resources on the district website. That's where it is under members area, the public area. It says the new Lions passport. Click on that link if you want to when I send it to you, or just look for it. As I said, contact your zone chairs for all A1 posters at £10 for 2 of them. Then there's MD website, and the link is Lions Store has got pre-printed leaflets, which you can use for your promotional work, or use them to devise your own, or get in touch with your zone chairman, and the zone chairman will get you the leaflets which Mick Claxton has devised and designed, which are available to you. And then Lions International. Lions International has got so many resources. There's an area called Club Membership Chairperson's web page where I have all this idea. And there's a leaflet, a booklet called Just Ask. Remember, I started off, my first idea was just ask. There is actually a booklet called Just Ask. Get a copy of that. It's got ideas there. And I mentioned the elevator speech. It's there. Benefits of being a Lion. International has produced a leaflet. There's a Young Lions webpage. What does that mean? It's actually an area of the international website focused on younger members, what they can do, how they can bring in. A common problem is we can't get young members to join our club. Look at that area, look at that section. So we covered a lot of points today. I've given you lots of ideas. Now, before I go into open session, can we run another poll? Having heard these ideas, I want to now ask you the same question again. Has your goal changed after today's session? So Satnam, if you put up a new poll number 2, tell us what your new goal would be after attending today's session. Okay, we can end the poll there, Satnam. Thank you. Share the results. So, okay, one of you is being honest and saying, even having heard all these ideas of how to attract new members, your club still cannot get one new member. I accept that. But if you want any help, just ask. What I'm pleased to hear is a lot of people have moved from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 members. So you have seen some ideas, hopefully. They're not difficult. Some of them are, but some of them are very simple. Simple ways to get new members. I hope we will use them. I hope these ideas will give you food for thought. I hope you will be able to increase your membership. At the end of the day, that's all we want to do. What we are trying to do is definitely work together to increase our membership. So at this stage, I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to stop my screen, and we can now have that discussion, which I said we would do. So if you want to, anybody come up, anybody wants to tell me what was the brightest or the cleverest thing you heard today? Anybody wants to brave anything new you heard today? Anything would piqued your interest, something which you think you can do? Whitney Lions Club have got a hand up. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Good morning.
Morning.
I was on mute. I think one of the biggest problems, apart from a lot of aging clubs, is membership dues. Now, I know International waive those dues for 6 months. If they want to encourage more membership, why don't they waive them for the next 12 months?
Yeah, I'll give you a simple answer to that. I mean, I have full sympathy with that, but I also suggested an idea where we could get sponsored membership. Local businesses may want to say sponsor a member to your club. Have you tried that?
No, but we're hitting the local businesses multiple times a year to sponsor big events like our carnival, Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, we're continually hitting both the small, medium businesses that we have around here,
Yeah.
and then going and asking them to sponsor membership as well.
Yeah.
Might be stretching it a bit too far.
Indeed, indeed. And I mean, okay, but I meant that, I mean, those people are not already doing anything. Maybe I say, look to them, look, okay, you can do a small contribution, you know, pay for this. Okay, it's just one idea anyway. And I take your point. I mean, the answer from international point of view, if I can well, come up with an answer for you, is that if, as a membership of Lions Club is a commitment from both sides, right? And I think by committing a financial commitment, you're looking for those members who are able to help others less needy, you know, more needy than yourselves. And if that is what the aim is, then in all honesty, by giving 6 months or 12 months membership holiday doesn't help in the long run, because at some stage they have to start paying. But what I did suggest to you is try this 3 months free membership. You do not need, you make them sign them up, make them members of your club, but don't charge them any dues for 3 months. Because remember, Lions Club International will only charge you dues when you register from when the next 6 months when they come in. Or multiple district will not charge you, your district will not charge you. District dues are only payable on the numbers which are on your list on the 1st of June and the 1st of January. So you could bring them in as, give them a few trial of 3 months yourself. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, Viraj, it's Hetal here from
Yeah.
Greenford. There's no stance formally from, is what you're saying, from
They had
LCIF.
they were
In the current economic climate, you think that actually we're not changing how we've always done everything? Is that the stance?
At the moment, that is the stance as of the last board meeting. If it comes up again next time,
It is definitely worth going back. Obviously, Viraj, and you and the rest of the zonals and the DGs are our voice. It's definitely worth asking the question. Like in the current severe economic climate, there's no, besides the 3 months, there's nothing we're going to do as an interim measure because this is quite an event that is unique and unprecedented, right? We're not going to see too many of these in our lifetime, right? So it's just because it's that and not a kind of an annual thing.
Okay, I don't want a discussion on that, but I take the point. We'll take it up at the DG team meetings. Anybody else? What I asked was, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
The hand from Trish.
Yes, hi. When I was with Stevenage Corries Mill, we had a couple of people who also were not really that financially stable. And the club allowed them to pay monthly. So in other words, they were paying £5 a month. And although the club obviously has to pay up front, they were reimbursing. I don't know whether that's worthwhile looking at.
Thank you. That's a good idea. But coming back to everyone else, tell me what any bright idea you picked up today?
I like the idea of the guest day, having a guest day where everyone can invite a guest, a prospective guest on the same day. It's quite good to do it on a once consistent day because people get to see new people coming in and obviously it creates a euphoria anyway. So I think that's a good idea.
Excellent. Good. Anybody else? You're all making notes. I saw them. Come on, come up with something.
But I've got a whole lot of them.
Judith has a hand up.
So Judith.
Good morning. Lion Judith from Letchworth and Baldock Club. I quite like the idea of the a little video. It's something that I've thought about myself, but I didn't run with it because I wasn't quite sure how to get this done. And it could be something as simple as a 2-minute or minute-and-a-half video that shows this is who we are, this is what Lions do. And it just shows little clips of Lions feeding the hungry, Lions collecting stuff, Lions doing different things. We can make one for the district generally, but then individualize it by putting in the members from the specific clubs within the video at different points so that we can have something on social media as a little video for people to see what we do.
As you said, such a simple process now with your mobile phones. And if you have a local club, local members on it, they can at least, when they come to a club meeting, they say, oh yeah, I saw you on the video.
Yes, because not to link Lions with the war, but during the war efforts, they did do a lot of campaigning and they did say, we need you. So we need to say, this is who we are, this is what we do, but we also need you. What do you have to bring? Are you tech savvy? Are you into mountain climbing? Are you into whatever? I think that would be a good idea, actually.
Anybody else? Anything else you picked up, you found that got you excited? Please, I can't see anybody's hands up, but if you want to see, there's one hand there. Anand, is it?
Yes, Anand Patel from Redbridge.
Yeah.
Yes, very informative session today. Couple of things I really will take on board. One was the guest info pack for new members. That I will certainly put to our club. And secondly, the getting the local businesses to sponsor new members. I think that was a very brilliant idea that we haven't taken on board. That, you know, that is something that other organizations do, and I think we should be really pushing that a lot more.
Thank
And
you. Yeah.
the video idea that Lion Judith mentioned, that's also very good, but that's a little bit time consuming and, you know, involved, but worth looking at. Thank you.
Anybody else with anything else you want to? Yeah, go on, Surinder.
Yeah, Viresh, you know, you mentioned posters, as zone chairperson, £10 for 2 posters. What I was thinking was, you know, in the previous years, we used to have MD giving us loads and loads of packs, you know, like for Sight First and promoting eyesight saving. You know, what I was thinking was, you know, we could do with really hundreds of these leaflets, not £10 for 2 of them only. For example, we are doing Waitrose collection next weekend. And, you know, apart from using the new app for the card reader, it would be a good idea if I could have hundreds of these, you know, to distribute.
Surinder, you can buy them through head office, and they're only about £7 for 100. You just order them through head office. They've got just about all of the leaflets that you would need.
So if you
Anything you would need.
if you look at the MD shop on the Google them, you'll find it. There's a page there, and it shows what leaflets are available.
Okay.
Some really good ones.
They're readily print. I mean, yeah.
Viresh, I was just going to say that actually Rajnikant has loads of Step Forward, Line magazines, and the diabetes office has got diabetes ones. If you contact Rob, the vision officer, I'm sure he's got those leaflets. It's just a case of contacting the officer and asking them to get the leaflets to you. So I think we already have a supply of those, Surinder. So it's just a case of contacting them and saying, look, we need them. As we, you can get them from the MD office, not a problem. But I'm sure the officers, the cabinet officers, do have a collection of these anyway.
But I think what you need to focus on is a leaflet for your club, like the one I showed you for drink members.
Yeah.
If you use that one and print those for your club, that's more important. You're trying to attract members into your club. You want to tell them, the local community, that we are here in Ruislip for you.
You know, we have a sandwich board alongside collection, you know, where we display all the activities of a club of fundraising. So that promotional is there. What I was thinking was, you know, for them to take a leaflet away with them.
Yeah, you will get those leaflets, as Gav says, leaflets are available. But try and develop a locally leaflet members in your club. Anybody else, anything else you picked up from today's webinar? Anybody?
Viresh, we've done lots of these things, and it's a really positive meeting today, and lots of ideas. I think for me, the business cards was a good idea, so we have something in our pocket all the time to hand out. And the email template for people to send out, I think is really great, so they know, you know, when they've got those contacts or when they've got those people, to have something to send. And the information pack, obviously now we've got a welcome booklet that Cadw has that you know, people can get from Cadw. We've got the passport that can go in that welcome book information booklet, and of course the club leaflet that you're just talking about. We have one of those as well. Those can all go in that information booklet. So we've already got a nice little bit of information that can go in that booklet for people.
Yeah.
Can I just add, the welcome booklet is also available online. It's part of the new members pack.
Yeah.
The passports we've got printed. So we've already got copies that actually are printed on card. So I've got some, but I'm going to give those to Rajni at the cabinet meeting. Look, if you want them, just let us know. We've got printed copies of those. We've got 200 copies printed, and they look much better. If you're going to induct a new member, then ask for those printed copies and put them in, you know, get the sponsor to have a look at that and take some responsibility of it, getting that member being part of that club. So we've already done that. The other thing, sorry,
go on.
The other thing that Mick has in the pipeline at the moment, from a request from another club today, is Lions bookmarks. So last night he designed for me a template for bookmarks. It needs slight improvement. Once we've got those, you'll have a PDF document that you can, or a Word document that you can customize with your club details at the bottom, And if you want to, you can hand out those bookmarks as well at events that you're using for promotion. So you're giving something out with your contact details. That's another idea that's come up yesterday, really, to say one club wanted them. Can we hand something out? Okay, that's another thing that people have looked.
Yeah, thank you. So lots of leaflets, a lot of information. I've thrown a lot of ideas at you. Think about them and start implementing them, because until we take action, we're not going to get results. So use them, use the ones that appeal to you. And I did say in the beginning, some of the ideas have been tried in the past, some of them are new, but it's worth remembering because you tend to forget. But also today we have on the screen, and I'm going to ask him to unmute himself very soon, Brian Yeoman, a past district governor, who is going to come back into the district. Brian has worked very hard to create new clubs and create. And Brian and I will probably run another session focused on some ideas which he has. But for today, Brian, what do you think of today? Any ideas that appeal to you from what I ran? Are you there, Brian? So unmute yourself first, Brian. You're muted.
Can you unmute, Satnam?
I have sent a request for him to unmute, but he hasn't done it yet.
No. Okay.
Looking, he's trying, I think.
Anybody else wants to put their hand up? Any ideas they picked up today that they want to share with us?
Could I just also say, just check the chat. I'll put a link in for the
Anything
MD shop.
Anything of interest in the chat?
And
Just
somebody
the MD
shared a
shop.
file. Wynne has shared a file for everyone from Whitney. He's shared a file. I had a message to say a file was shared.
Okay, I can see that now. Yeah. Excellent. What we'll do is we'll get this out. Oh yes, Brian is back. Come on, Brian, go on. We can hear you now, Brian.
Pardon?
Go on. I was going to ask you, we're going to run a separate session with you, but tell us today, from today's discussions, any bright idea you think will work?
Oh, everything you've mentioned is fine. The one thing is the members have to be taught to use them. And quite honestly, this is the problem with clubs. It's like they get so small, and that's what I'm here for. But you've concentrated on the district as a whole, which is fine, providing the members you've got use everything, Paresh, that's available. I can't knock anything at all. But what worries me is the MD in particular. I mean, there's so many clubs or districts like we are. And when I was governor and you were governor and chairman, Varesh, we were looking at the 25,000+ in MD. And when you think we're getting near the 9,000, that's what I'm here for, how to form new clubs.
So we'll talk about new clubs in a separate session, but today's session has all been about each club making that, each member making that extra effort to attract new members.
Yeah.
So I've given you around 50 ideas. Take them back to your clubs, share them with your club members. We will give you a copy of this presentation, by the way, so you can share it if you like, and share the ideas with your members and start using them. That's all we ask. And hopefully you will achieve your goal of 3-4 new members this year, or even 1 new member a year. Anything is positive anything is good news, as long as you have a net growth in each. So final word to District Governor, and then we say goodbye.
I'd just like to thank all of you for being here on a Saturday morning, and I hope you've picked up some ideas of how to increase membership within your clubs. You probably know that my challenge for each club is to say get one net member, but if we can get more than that, that would be fantastic. And it's so nice to hear that you're all planning to get new members as well. Thank you, Viresh and Satnam, for hosting and doing the IT bits behind what goes on in this session. So yeah, thank you for being here. And look, we're here to support you. We're here to help you. Use us. Okay. Thank you. And bye for now.
Thank you. So hopefully we'll see you the next month on the first Saturday again. And being November, it's about reporting on My Lion. As simple as 1, 2, 3. Reporting on My Lion, 1, 2, 3. As simple as that. That's next Saturday, next month on the first Saturday. Look forward to seeing you there. Okay, somebody's phone's ringing. I'm sorry.